At some point in our lives, we struggle with how we can make more money. There was a recent study that showed that 61% of Americans are living paycheck to paycheck. And when I saw that, I said this: there's two main components to get out of living paycheck to paycheck. And number one is just earning more. You have to increase the difference in how much you make versus how much you spend. And the absolute best way to do that is to earn more money. And of course, someone watched that and commented with this:
"You're so dumb. You are really dumb. For real."
And look, I'm not saying that I never say dumb things. I think we all know I do. But I meant what I said with this. A lot of people nowadays assume the ability to just make more money is outside of their control, and that they're dependent on their managers or companies that they work for to start paying them more. But there are absolutely things you can do yourself to make more money. And these are the exact things that I did early on in my career when I was living paycheck to paycheck. I was struggling to pay bills each month because I just wasn't earning enough in my job. But I was able to turn my situation around. So we're going to count down the top 5 ways you can earn more money this year and help you get out of living paycheck to paycheck. Number 5, asking for a raise or a promotion at your current job. Obviously, the quickest way to earn more money is to just ask your current job to start paying you more. If you're a great worker, you take on more responsibility at work, and you really do a great job, you may have an opportunity to just get paid more by asking.
I'm a big fan of money. I like it. I use it. I have a little. I keep it in a jar on top of my refrigerator. I'd like to put more in that jar. That's where you come in.
But the best way to approach your manager is with actual results that you've accomplished in your job that sets you apart. Those things are important for you to deserve an impromptu raise. Impromptu raise, what did I say? But if you're just going through the motions at work, you're just kind of there, and I've been here a couple years, but I just do the minimum, I wouldn't expect to be able to get a raise. If you want to get paid more money at work, step 1 is doing a really good job. And if you're not at that step yet, then that's really the first thing you need to do. You could also look to see if there are promotion opportunities or other jobs at your same company. That could give you a chance at a job with a higher pay scale, and if you're already a good worker in your current job, they may jump at the chance to put you in a job where you can do more. In general, asking for a raise or looking to get promoted at your current company might be the quickest way to earn some extra money, but it's also the option that'll probably increase your income the least. Raises tend to average about 3% a year, which isn't even keeping up with inflation. Either way, if you're at a 9-to-5 job that you like already, it may be worth a shot just to see if you can get a little extra income in addition to whatever else you're going to do. Number 4, looking for a job at a different company. So people who switch companies on average are increasing their income at a much faster rate than people who stay with the same company over time. The studies show it can be anywhere from 10 to 30% bump in pay when you switch companies. So definitely a big chunk and a big change that can help you increase your income dramatically. So what's the best way to do that? Obviously, looking at who's hiring and what positions they're hiring for is probably the first step. Most companies post their available jobs online now, and you can use job sites like Indeed.com, or obviously, if you see we're hiring signs on businesses that you're interested in around your local area, you can ask them for more info. Overall though, a great resource for this is LinkedIn. So not only does LinkedIn have job postings that you can review and then apply straight from the website, but if you don't already have a LinkedIn profile, it's actually a really great way to manage your professional network. It might seem a little silly when you're first starting out and working entry-level jobs, but the reality is that some of the best job opportunities you'll find in your career are when they come from people that you know. When I was in my corporate career, the last 4 or 5 job changes that I made were from people who reach out to me specifically to apply for their job, not something that I just looked up and applied to blindly. Let me tell you, when that happens, the chance of obviously getting an interview, but even getting the job increases by a lot. So if you're looking to keep growing in your corporate career, definitely build up your professional network on LinkedIn and stay active with them to find new opportunities that may not even be posted yet. Number 3, get a second job or side hustle. One of the amazing things about the internet is that it gave us a bunch of new ways to make money. And in a lot of cases, these opportunities to make money are without having to have any special additional skills.
Hi, I'd like to be an Uber driver.
Okay, sure. Welcome aboard.
If you know how to drive a car, you can make money driving for companies like Uber, Lyft, or DoorDash. Handy around the house, you can use apps like Thumbtack and make money. Or you can do jobs with skills you already have on Upwork or Fiverr. The internet created this whole gig economy that just about anybody can participate in. And one of the cool things about it is you don't have to choose just one. You can mix and match your time with multiple apps and be able to make money multiple ways. Pretty amazing, actually. Obviously, you don't have to do gig work to get a second job. Just getting a normal second job somewhere around where you live can help a lot when it comes to getting a little extra money each month. Since we're coming up to the holidays, there's companies like Amazon that are hiring seasonal workers to ramp up, and that's a great way to get some temporary extra cash as you go into the holiday season. So while a second job or a side hustle may not be your long-term answer for increasing your income, it can definitely help in a pinch if you're struggling and be able to start building something for yourself. Number 2. Build up your skills and education to get a higher paying job. One thing that people tend to overlook is building up their skills so that they can be qualified for a higher paying job. I did this multiple times throughout my career, and it helped a lot. For example, I was a programmer early in my career, so I went and got a couple Java programming certifications to help beef up my resume. Nowadays, there's a ton of great resources out there that allow you to level up basically for free. I mean, YouTube's a great example of that. But there's also professional level trainings out there that are either free or relatively cheap. Google has Grow with Google, where you can build up your job skills and get professional level training and certifications. They have training paths for everything from digital marketing, IT support, data analytics, project management, and design. And they cost $39 a month through Coursera. People say each path takes about 6 months to complete, so you'd be looking at around $240 or so for each one. And Meta, otherwise known as Facebook, has Meta Blueprint, which is training and certifications for using Facebook and Instagram platforms for business and marketing. If you're interested in social media marketing, the Meta Blueprint certification is a great and free way to add a new skill for yourself. As marketing continues to move online, this is only going to get more important and in demand with jobs at just about every company that you'll be able to work for. Microsoft also has a learning platform called Microsoft Learn, where you can learn all kinds of skills related to Microsoft products, which can be very technical, like database and network administration, or something more general, like mastering Microsoft Office products. The material is free to learn online, and each certification test costs a certain amount of money to be able to take it, but generally around $165. And the benefits of certifications are, number one, obviously you're learning a new skill for yourself that you can help market. But number two, you get to put that on your resume. And even though it might seem like a small thing, having a certification from a well-known company can help be that differentiator between you and another person who are trying to get a job. Those type of things really help to be able to get into an entry-level job in a new career path. And usually those are the most direct ways to earn significantly more money. And obviously a big one that I haven't mentioned yet is you can get a college degree if you don't already have one. Now there's a lot of nuance to that, because if you're already working and living paycheck to paycheck, number one, you may not have money for college, or number two, you may not have time for college. And this is where, if it's something you're interested in, you just have to get creative. If you have a job where they pay for tuition reimbursement, that can be one way to get some free school. And even if you're just taking a few classes a year, it'll add up eventually. If your job doesn't pay for tuition, you can look at grants or even loans, but I would just be careful that you don't get yourself into debt for a degree that isn't going to help you get paid more. Nowadays, there's a lot of people that go to school, take out loans to get a degree, but they don't really think a lot about how much they're going to get paid with the degree that they chose, and they end up being in a bunch of debt, not making a lot of money, and really almost being in a worse place than they were when they started. You can continue building up your skills so that you can apply for jobs that are at a higher tier than the job you're working now. It's not as hard as it sounds, and there are so many free and relatively cheap resources nowadays that can help you get started. You just need access to the internet and the motivation to work on it in your spare time. But the opportunity is there. So building up my skills and education is probably the thing that helped me the most to be able to level up my pay throughout my corporate career. It opened up doors at better companies and for better jobs. I seriously cannot stress how important this one is. Number one, build your own business. Building a business is a really broad topic. There are an infinite number of paths and ways that you can approach it and things that you can do, way beyond the scope of what this video is going to be about. But I think the concept of why this is number one is important. Whenever you work for someone else, whether that's your 9-to-5 job or a gig economy company like Uber or DoorDash, you're at the mercy of what someone else is willing to pay you, and at the mercy of what their expectations are of you. It's just the reality of how it works. And for the most part, that's fine. That's what we all do to be able to pay our bills and make money for our families. But whenever you start your own business, all of a sudden those things are on you. For some people, that uncertainty is frightening. They would rather just get their paycheck, keep investing, and keep working on small things on the side that earn them some extra cash. I mean, that's what I did for years, and it changed our life for the better a million times over. But if you're the type of person who likes that uncertainty, building your own business is the path with the most upside potential of all of these. Just think about who the richest people in the world are. Elon Musk, Jeff Bezos, Bill Gates, they all built their fortune through their business. That's not to say that you need to build the next Tesla or Amazon or Microsoft to be successful, but the biggest benefits of building your own thing is that 1, your potential income is limitless since you decide what your business will be and how much it will earn, and 2, your income can increase as your level of effort or time increases. I mean, think about it like this. If you put in extra time at your job, you may get paid overtime if you're not salary, so you get a little bit of extra money, but your money is only tied to as many hours as you can put into it. Whereas if you're running your own business and you spend your weekend creating a brand new product that you're gonna put online, all of a sudden the time that you spend and what you decide to spend your time on can increase your income exponentially without your time necessarily being tied to it. Now the flip side of this is that building a business is the hardest, most time-consuming, and least guaranteed path to earning more income on this list. You could spend a lot of time and effort and earn no money, but it's also the one with the most potential to earn over the long term, assuming it can be successful. And the beauty with what we have today in the internet is you don't necessarily have to choose one or the other. You can do a little bit of both until you decide which one's the right one for you.
Let's get
No
weird.
judgment, shoot.
If you guys want to watch more videos about money and financial independence, check out this video right here, or subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. I appreciate it. Hope you guys have an amazing day out there. Keep stacking those wins for your family, and see you in the next one. Take care. Peace.